Hello everyone. We have studied about force and the laws of motion. In particular, we have studied about the first two laws of motion. The first law deals with inertia, while the second one talks about momentum. We have also introduced the concept of force in the second law, thus combining the two main subtopics of this chapter. Let's move on to a numerical pertaining to the second law. A constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. Find the magnitude of the applied force. Now, if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? As you can see, there are two parts to this question. We will move on to solving the first part now. Let's review what is given. Mass of the object given by m is equal to 5 kgs. The initial velocity given by u is 3 meter per second. The final velocity given by v is 7 meter per second. Lastly, the time taken t is equal to 2 seconds. While studying the second law, we saw this formula. F is equal to m v minus u by t. Let's put the values in here. 5, 7 minus 3 by 2. When we solve this, we get 5 into 4 divided by 2, which is 20 by 2, and the answer simply comes out to be 10 Newton. Now that we have found the force, let's read the second part of the question. It needs for us to find the final velocity of the object if the force has been applied for 5 seconds. We have found the force, but this time we have to find v. Again, let's review what is given. Mass of the object remains the same, which is 5 kgs. The initial velocity also remains the same, is 3 meter per second. Force applied is equal to 10 Newton as found earlier. Time taken this time is 5 seconds as given in the question. And we have to find the final velocity of the object. Again, we use the same formula that we derived from the second law of motion. F is equal to m v minus u by t. But in order to find the final velocity, that is v, we have to reshuffle this formula. If we take t to the right hand side, we get a formula like this. Now we see that m is common on the right hand side. So let us shift m to the left hand side. Since we have to obtain v, we shift u to the left hand side as well. So we obtain ft by m plus u is equal to v, which is the final velocity. Let's substitute the values in here and find the answer. V is equal to 3 plus 10 into 5 divided by 5, which gives 3 plus 50 divided by 5. So V is simply 3 plus 10, which is equal to 13 meter per second. This means that the final velocity of this object when 10 Newton of force is applied on it for 5 seconds gives us 13 meter per second as the final velocity. Don't forget to write the units since they are very important to the answer. Thank you, and I hope you've gained something from it.